This archived clip from Make Live is brought to you by DigiKey.
Join us live every second and fourth Wednesday of the month.
Hi, welcome to Ace Monster Toys. I'm Al Billings, I'm the president here and I'm on the board. We began meeting in the Oakland area and in Berkeley in about March or April of 2010. The main impetus for this space was to have a hacking space, a maker space, in the East Bay area of California, which is mostly Berkeley and Oakland. Also includes a number of other surrounding cities. We have a 1,600 square foot space that's divided between an upstairs and a downstairs, and we'll show you around in a few minutes. Right now we meet weekly on Thursday nights, every week for the general membership, and we do workshops and classes. We've done workshops on beekeeping, on, I believe, making fuel from algae. We've also do a general Arduino electronics night every 2 weeks, and I and another member have been working on remote control drones, planes, and helicopters. So this is the main entrance to the space. We'll come inside where we have 1,600 square feet. We have an upstairs that we'll go to in the next couple minutes, but first I want to go through the wood shop downstairs. This is our wood shop room. As you can see, we have a full-size wood shop. And then back here is the laser cutter room. You can see, cut out the cutesy signs for the door. And the laser cutter's in here. This is our XLAS 1280 laser cutter. We ordered this from China. This is the coolest tool that we have here and the most expensive. Initially, we talked about getting a smaller one for the space. It's quite common for hacker spaces to have some sort of tabletop size laser cutter. But we decided that this was what we wanted to get because this thing can hold an entire sheet of plywood. The cutting area of the bed inside of it, I open it up, is about 33.5 by 47 inches. And there's side doors that open that allow us to slide sheets of wood into it, which gives us a much larger cutting area. And it's a 100-watt laser cutter because our choices at this size were either 80 or 100, so you might as well go for the big. One example of something that, this is a failed attempt to cut something. This is a Settlers of Catan board that was put up on thingiverse.com by another fellow, released under Creative Commons license. I upsized it about 30-40% when I cut it, and it didn't have the power settings quite right. So it did not cut all the way through and pop out. So this is a failure. But it does show you the kind of thing you can do with a laser cutter. This takes about 45 minutes normally to do, but it is a good example. So this is the upstairs space. We picked up lockers for our members that we make available for people that want to lock their stuff up. But we have 800 square feet upstairs. This is primarily our electronics area. We run classes and workshops up here, so anytime there's a group of people meeting, they meet up here instead of in the wood shop or the laser room downstairs because there's areas to sit. We can walk around here. Couches for hanging out, of course. The computer here is set up. It's going to control the CNC mill, which is downstairs right now. We also use it to run a flight simulator for RC planes and articopters, because it turns out that when you spend $400 or $500 building a drone plane to fly around, that if you don't know how to fly a plane, your investment tends to go up in the air and then come straight back down. Over here we have desks for some members. One of our members, Aaron, is really big into RC planes. He's the one that owns the flight simulator I was talking about earlier. And he's been using the laser cutter to cut out from flat blue foam a complete RC plane. This has actually been flown. He's going to be making improvements to the design, but it did fly and land successfully. And over here we have our electronics area, which does see a high amount of use, though most people tend to work on things at the tables. But the majority of our members are interested in Arduinos and Arduino-based projects, and so we have quite a few people coming to our classes every other Wednesday night to work on Arduino stuff.
Hey, I'm Adam, and I make stuff at Ace Monster Toys. Like this guitar pedal. It's based on a schematic by Jack Orman and R.G. Keane called Son of Screamer. This is what it does.
Hi, my name's Stacy, and I like making stuff. I like color and light. My artwork for more than 10 years was dyeing and weaving sewing thread. I would do these really large-scale pieces, sometimes with 2, 3, 6,000 threads, between 10 and 30 feet tall. There's a lot of math involved in that. I think just doing something new kind of opened up a door to doing other things. And since my artwork always dealt with color and light, and I loved LEDs and work that used it, I kind of went, yeah, I'll give this a try. But there was some technical questions I had. I needed help with the Arduino aspect of my project, and someone saw my piece and said I should come to this hackerspace, and they've been great here. They helped me do a new wiring, basically put me in a new direction, so that way I'm doing a different kind of wiring and using some new components I didn't know about that can drive a whole bunch more LEDs, a shift register and a driver, and multiplexing the LEDs, and then they've been helping me out with the code. So that's just been great. You know, as somebody who actually wants to make certain things and have goals, it's been really nice to just have a place to come where people can answer my questions and also just be around other people making.
Hey, I'm Chris Cook. This is the Creeper bot I made here at Ace Monster Toys. My kids have been interested in Minecraft since the game got really popular about a year ago, and when we heard that they were having a convention in Vegas, we had to go. It was going to be fun, right? And what better way to show off our appreciation for the game than to build the iconic monster from it in huge 5-foot form. So Ace Monster Toys is just the best place to put stuff like this together, because there's all these resources, great things, great opportunities to try putting constructions that I haven't done before. It was a lot of different parts that I had never used before, lots of different tools that I hadn't had experience with, and you know, that's why we put projects like this together, really, is to get experience with things that are new to us. As a hobby, it was just something to play with. It wasn't something that, you know, I already established a lot of skills in order to create the finished product. I got to use lots of new CAD software I hadn't used before. I cut a lot of the parts on the laser cutter. Even just using the large format printer to do the skin of the creeper was, you know, new and exciting. And it was the kind of thing that, you know, the resources of the hackerspace had given me that made it doable.